Psychologists have learned that showing a participant a series of pictures can help determine their personality. When looking at these photos, there's no wrong answer, but you will learn a lot about how confident, artistic, or nurturing you really are. If you're ready to learn more about your personality, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Now, let's get started. 10. This inkblot is from the Rorschach test, a psychological exam that's used to determine a person's personality. When you look at this inkblot, what do you see? If you see two figures leaning forward, you're a patient person who's constantly thinking. And in life, you never settle for anything less than the best. If you see a racing car, two cubs, babies, or devils, you have a great imagination. If you see a dentist chair, you're sensitive and generous. If you see a woman lying down, you're easily distracted. And if you see two dark forces about to invade a figure, you have a tendency to start projects, but you have a tough time finishing your work. 9. Here's another inkblot from the Rorschach test. What do you see this time? If you see a clown face or someone sticking out their tongue, you love to stay social and active. If you see a lady above dolphins, you're charismatic. If you see a cuddly toy, it means you tend to dwell on the past. 8. In this next image, do you see a face, apples, or a person sitting down? If you see a face, it means you're full of wisdom and curiosity. If you see apples, it means you get along well with others effortlessly. And if you see a person sitting down, it means your life is happy and well-balanced. 7. In this next photo, do you see a crocodile, mountains and water, or people on a boat? If you see a crocodile, it means you have a very vivid imagination. If you see mountains and water, it means people naturally like you. And if you see people on a boat, it means you are sociable and you adapt well in large group settings. 6. After taking a quick look at this photo, what's the first thing you see? If you saw a young girl looking into the distance, it means you have a youthful spirit and an optimistic view of the world. If you saw the profile of an old woman who's looking down at the ground and looking very sad, it means you may be naturally pessimistic and cautious in the way you approach life. 5. When you look at this picture, do you see an apple, a butterfly, or a knife? If you see an apple, it means you have the ability to turn anything that happens in your life into a positive experience. If you see a butterfly, it means you're emotionally healthy and stable. If you see a knife, it means you tend to be adventurous and you're always looking to have a good time. 4. There are a few images contained in this photo, but what stands out to you the most? The whale, the moon and light on the water, or the person surfing? If your eyes are more drawn to the whale, it means you never look for simple answers to life's questions. If the moon and the light on the water were the first things you saw, it means you're eternally optimistic. If you saw the person surfing, it means you're self-confident and you have the ability to think clearly no matter what situation you're in. 3. Let's take a look at this next inkblot. Do you see a roasted chicken, a cartoon cat in shock, a faceless woman wearing a wig, a doctor reaching into a patient's jaw, or a rocket? If you see a roasted chicken, you hate being alone, and you get bored easily. If you see a cartoon cat in shock, it means you're loud and very passionate. If you see a faceless woman in a wig, it means you have high standards but you lack patience. If you see a doctor reaching into a patient's jaw, it means you're very comfortable with who you are. If you see a rocket, it means you work extremely hard and you're always challenging yourself. 2. Here's an interesting work of art. What's the first image that your eyes are drawn to? A face profile, the dog, or the rocky cliff? If you saw the profile of a face first, it means you look at life in a creative way, and you're attracted to things that are colorful and beautiful. If you saw the dog first, it means you have a lot of friends, and people are addicted to your positive attitude. If you saw the rocky cliff first, it means your emotions are on a roller coaster ride, and you're prone to mood swings. 1. There are 7 different animals overlapping in this photo. Whichever animal you see first will say a lot about your personality. If you saw the bird and the crab first, it means you're very sensitive and emotional. If you saw the horse first, it means you're independent, wild, and free. If you saw the dolphin, it means you're a very creative person. If you saw the bear, it means you're a born leader. If you can see the dog off to the side, it means you're kind and nurturing. If you saw the ducklings, congratulations! These are one of the hardest animals to see. If you found them in 30 seconds or less, it means you're very artistic. Did this test help you learn anything new about your personality? Leave us a comment down below and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up.